As you guys know, prospecting added a new update, which obviously included this new void area. And if you read the title, you probably already know what we're going to be doing this video just right now, which is why I'm starting this video. And if we look over here to the chat, just 1 minute ago, I got the exotic void torn void stone, which is the exotic you get here in the void. As you can see, this is the luck that I had when I was here in the void. 5,558, and I got the exotic void torn void stone. I literally got the exotic before even opening the gate, which I'm pretty sure leads you to go buy the best pan and shovel. I think I could be wrong in the game. I was not expecting to get the exotic. Honestly, that's very extremely lucky. But obviously, of course, with this exotic, we are able to go ahead and craft the new void ring, which right now we're gonna go check it out. As you can see right here, we have the new void stone mythical, which I think it does has also as well the void torn, which is a new mutation that they added in this update, which costs 2 billion, a crystal form from the void exotic 2 billion, which weighs 2.6 kg. So if we go over here to the crafting station, there was a new blueprint that you are able to get, which if you go over there, there's an NPC which you need to get 100 void torn, which I think is the mutation. You have to get 100 of those, and then you are able to get a new crafting recipe, which is the vortex ring, as you can see right here, which you need 1 void stone, 2 prismera, and 3 of these mythicals right here. Sad thing about this is we do not have 2 prismeras. The crazy thing is we have gotten every single mythical except the prismera, which I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't really grind in the cave area, which that's obviously the only way to get this mythical. But we're gonna have to get 2 prismeras before we craft this ring. The thing is, I wasn't expecting to get this void stone this early on, because obviously the update came out like less than 3 hours ago. So we're gonna grind for this prismera. We need a total of 2. That might take some time. As you can see right here, the new void stone, which is the new exotic. The thing is, with this void stone, you are able to craft rings, which you could craft as much rings as you can, like I already said. Since you have a total of 8 slots, if you do buy the 2 robux slots, you have a total of 8, meaning that you could fill this all up, which I don't think it will be a good idea to fill this all up, but you could get a total of like a lot of capacity if you do fill it up. Of course, void stone is going to be extremely hard to get. I just got extremely lucky to get it right now. And the thing is, the most amount of luck that I had in this void storm, which was obviously when the update came out with all the admin abuse, I had a total of like 13,000 luck, and I didn't even get it there. So I definitely got insanely lucky. But we're gonna get the 2 prismera mythicals. I don't know how long that's gonna take. Obviously that's gonna take a couple of hours. I am definitely gonna be using a bunch of luck totems and meteors, so obviously we could increase the chances of getting. I already been grinding there while I was waiting for the void. I've been getting a bunch of the other mythicals, but not the prismera. So I'll be back in a couple hours once I get 2 prismeras, and then we're gonna craft this void ring and see our stats after we craft that ring. 3-4 hours later, we got 2 prismeras, as you can see right here. That took forever, but thankfully we ended up getting it. We did get it in the void. We did not get it in the cave. I was expecting it to get in the cave. I was there for like 2-3 hours, and I wasn't able to get one. I was getting every other mythical except the prismera. So thankfully we finally got that. We basically got all the mythicals except the 1 exotic, but we don't need that for today, obviously, of course. So we're going to be crafting the vortex ring. As you can see right here, you need the 1 void stone, which is obviously the new exotic that released just today in this update, 2 prismeras, and 3 of these mythicals, which you could get them in a lot of different places. We're going to craft this void ring, 333 million. And like I said, you are able to craft a lot of these since it's a ring, which I'm gonna be trying my best to craft as much as I can for the entire week, and we're gonna be seeing how much capacity I could get at the end of the week. But we're gonna craft this 333 million, 5 stars, which you should always get 5 stars. Craft that. We got 113 luck, 72 dig strength, and 260 capacity. I could try to forge this to get better stats, but to be honest, I do want a bit of luck and capacity, and obviously I think if I do forge this, I'll get probably higher capacity but way more lower luck. So I think right here is pretty balanced at 81%. Obviously I have a lot of dig strength as well. This ring gives you 72. That is a lot. So we're gonna equip our rest of our stuff. We craft the new void ring. As you can see right there in my finger, you kind of see the little swirl. That is the new void ring that you are able to craft. Now we're gonna equip, like I said, all of our other rings. So we're gonna go to Frozen Peak. As you can see, our base luck is 1465 with these boosts included right here. The basic luck, basic capacity, the volcanic potion, the greater luck potion, and our capacity is now 754. That is insane. 754. I wonder how much capacity you could get in this game with all the best equipment. Mostly now with this void ring, you could definitely get even more than how much you were probably able to get before crafting this. This is the new void ring. I got extremely lucky on getting this in less than like 4 hours after the update came out. I was not expecting it to get that quickly. The exotic that was here in the Frozen Peak took me like 2 days to get, and to compare it, that void stone took me 4 hours. So unless the odds of Vic getting it is way more higher than in the Frozen Peak, then it'll make sense. But to be honest, I just think I got extremely lucky. And one thing I was thinking before I got it was gonna take me forever to get, since the void only appears every 3 hours. I don't know what specific time, but it's just every 3 hours. They did say that you could spawn in the void with the traveling immersion, like you get like probably like a fragment to spawn it. If you don't have that, it spawns every 3 hours, only for 30 minutes, which obviously affects the chances of getting that. That is the new void ring. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, this whole week I'm gonna try to get as much as I can. I'll probably most likely be able to get one more, unless I get lucky again constantly and I'm able to get a lot of it more. But we're gonna be seeing how much of those I could get, because very interesting to see how much capacity I am able to get in this game.